Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Happy Sunday to you. We're going to take another look here at Bnb. It was a big request I've got recently because it's one of the only coins that's essentially recovering quite nicely and still honoring a trend line. So we're going to look at that and much more, kind of help you understand best practice and big picture. So if you are new to the channel, not a financial advisor, just love to teach people to trade. Truly hope you can learn something here today. And if you want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a site, link in the description below. I offer a trading academy, community, and signal group. So check that out in your own time, of course. And if you do serve in the military and or work in or live in a third world country, let me know as well. There's discounts I can offer for that. So taking a look here at BNB. Some really cool stuff I can see here so far, and some potentially adverse. Like in other words, we're right at this turning point, potentially either up or down. And when I say that, I want to preface here on the fact that Bitcoin does feel like it wants to continue to go lower. All right. So again, in that sense, there's no guarantees, obviously, but in general, we can kind of approximate that if Bitcoin does sell off, BNB would essentially do the same. Now, good news is BNB hasn't sold off tremendously as compared to Bitcoin. So if we kind of take a look here at the two, you can kind of see that the price action for Bitcoin has been mostly sideways down recently. Okay, well, BNB, of course, it did go sideways and down, but it's bouncing off of these key level supports, which is very helpful. In other words, it helps us understand that we're still on the right side of the tracks here. And even though Bitcoin might continue to progress lower, BNB should continue to progress higher based on these sentiments. Now, what I mean by that is, first of all, we got to recognize there's a 200-day set moving average right here at about 330. So if you're going to have any profit targets, make sure it's below that level. Because first of all, that's the most recent high, as well as the fact that it's an obvious resistance level. But we have an obvious support level here at the 50-day set moving average on the daily, which is working ascending with this trend, which has kissed this trend line 4 times in total. And that's a positive thing. That really just kind of helps us understand that we're still momentously trending upwards, even though we obviously had a sell-off recently. But that has to happen. That's normal for coins like this. And we can see, obviously, too, as well, 50 on the RSI getting tested. So that does tell us we're kind of in that resistance zone, and that this area here at about 295 to 300 is likely a resistance channel. Okay. We also have a MACD divergence still, but you can see this divergence has started to lose its momentum, and that there is a potential for a convergence eventually. All right. Now, we're still premature. Obviously, it's going to take a few days to form, but generally speaking, most of this stuff is positive here on the daily for BNB. Taking a look at the 4-hour, we can kind of see that we're below certain moving averages, but also above others. In other words, the 50 and the 50 and the 20 are essentially kind of above and below. But the key is that we're above, again, the 200-day set moving average. So I think that's a positive sign there in that sense. Again, is that a reason to take a trade? No, but that does help us understand that we're above 50 on the RSI. We have MACD convergence here, and the 4-hour looks very good for BNB. Honestly, it just has kind of a nice feel to it. And we can see we're not overextended by any stretch. We're only about 4 candlesticks into this pattern, so we could likely see another 24 hours of upside. There's potential there. All right, so BNB looks fantastic on the 4-hour. Daily looks pretty decent, and on the hourly, let's see if we got back up over the cloud. TD sequential tells us we did hit an overextended state, but it came up and rejected back down to bounce off that support level, so that's perfect. We definitely like to see that. And then furthermore, we got the cloud here as well, confirming we have all green lights for the price action to likely continue higher. Okay, so again, big picture, BNB looks pretty awesome. While we're slightly overextended, we've had enough time to consolidate at the support level. We are essentially in a pretty good position here, and I would say that minus 330 being a resistance level based on Fibonacci and the most recent highs, we can estimate that BNB will likely continue to progress upwards from here until it hits that level. Again, there are some factors involved. If the dollar index opens on Monday and it goes down, and obviously Bitcoin comes down, that's what I'm referring to. Traditional markets are down as well. And we're going to see and experience some potential sell-off from BNB, right? Being a profitable coin at this time. So those are things you just need to kind of factor in. But generally speaking, there's more upside than downside here, and it seems more likely than not that we're going to see BNB somehow continue to progress a little bit higher to likely retest the 330 range. It seems very probable. So I like what I see here from BNB. Definitely good shape, all things considered. So hopefully this helped educate you on certain things, and just Going to be another quick one here, of course, but just want to kind of throw those things out there, let you kind of give you some food for thought. So I do hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks again so much for your time. Again, you want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a site, link down below. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.